Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to A Clash of Kings. Now, when we left off, we had just defended Lys for the third or fourth or maybe even 100th time, and then we also went to defend Stumbleton, and then we had to run all the way back and defend Lys again. That's good, huh? That's really good. No, not particularly, no, especially not that. But yes, I've had to defend Lys another 2 times, I think. Once from the Mer vassals. There was only 2 of them, but one of them had around 400 units, so that was pleasant. And then I believe, yes, and then Stumbleton came under siege again. Yes. So yeah, I had to do that off screen as well, but it's okay because now we are ready to launch an assault against Sunspear. Now, as you can see, it has been taken back by Dawn, and they only have 80 people there. Yeah, the Reach were driven away very, very easily by the Dornish, and we are, well, I would assume, going to head on in there. There's only 80 of them, but they, I think, came with around 600, so we might be able to defend it as well. I think Sunspear is going to be a pretty nice thing to do, because we might be able to take the various things in this area here. But if we can't and we get beaten back or something along those lines, we can always head on to Mer's Last Refuge, where they only have 175. So it's really just a matter of taking out the weakest thing first, and that just happens to be Sunspear. So let's head on and see if we can actually do this. I don't know whether we can, but, well, we're going to have to... Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's going to have to hope that it's not a siege tower. I was very much hoping that it was not a siege tower, and I am going to be constantly rejecting basically every ransom ever. So hopefully that will do quite well. And now the Reach is now focusing upon the Weeping Town once again. Hopefully Aegon and John Connington and various other people will decide to defend it, because I'm not going to be heading on over there. No, certainly not. I'm not going to be going over there anytime. But, oh, okay, so, they're all falling out. They're all falling out of the walls and things. I'm actually unsure why they're doing that, but, okay. Now, we're going to have to get our shield out here, because they have throwing weapons. Now, throwing weapons, as we all know, are very, very damaging, but they apparently are not very accurate, I suppose you could say. Yes, maybe. Well, anyway, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to try and get everyone... No! Come on now, Brynden, get back here. Alan has already been eliminated. Hopefully our archers will be able to get into a good position, and then we can just rain death and destruction upon them, and we don't really have to worry. Carver, where are you going? Is he really heading on in there again? I don't really want him to head on in there, so I'm going to tell him to hold position back here, and hopefully that's going to be good. But otherwise, it seems like the Dornish don't really have the greatest siege defense capabilities. Yes, they do have throwing weapons, but other than that, that's basically it. I mean, they have they have archers. They do have archers, but that's actually kind of cool though. Their infantry seems to have the throwing weapons, so even their infantry is capable of defending in a siege, which I have to say is actually pretty cool. But as you also see, they have already basically been eliminated. Brynden has been eliminated now. Okay, I think we can actually just tell Carver just to charge in there now. I don't think we really need to worry about that, do we? No, I don't think so. There we go. There's a nice headshot. Come on. A couple more we need to eliminate. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, well, I think we can actually just charge in. I think yes, everyone could charge in actually. Go. Go, guys. Go. Yes, we need to go in there and kill them all, hopefully. Carver's going to be the one to get the final kills, I would assume. He's right up there. Or maybe not. Wow, he was actually attacking that fellow for quite some time, and he was not able to get the kill. So, he must just have used differing abilities that don't actually allow him to kill the thing, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, we killed 14 with our bow, and Carver killed 5. That's not too bad, I suppose. And we're now just going to take these rescued prisoners. We lost a couple of units, but nothing really to worry about, and a couple of captured enemies as well. We kind of don't even really need to take prisoners anymore. I have so many prisoners in Crow's Nest that I could basically sell those and then just have a good amount of money. So, yeah, I'm just going to let my companions take that. Am I going to be requesting Sunspear? That's the thing. Am I going to be requesting it? Maybe, maybe not. No, I don't think I am going to be, because I would very much like to request King's Landing when we take it, but obviously that is solely up to Aegon's discretion, and we already do have a town under our control. So I'm going to ask no rewards here, and we're going to be waiting here for some time. Now, the reason I'm asking no rewards is primarily because Lys over here, which was given to Harwood Fell, already has 300 units in the garrison there. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to garrison any town or castle that fast. So I'm thinking for the good of the faction. I'm thinking for the good of the faction right now, where that is probably a good idea. And what's actually going on here right now? Okay, so the lovely crag has been given to Aegon. Okay, well that's fine. And apparently this fellow is deciding to head in with 122. This is a big mistake on his part. As you can see, we do actually have a couple of our own people falling out of the walls. That's pretty nice, isn't it? No, not so much. So we're just going to try and eliminate as many as we can, obviously, but they are going to get absolutely massacred here, I think. With all of the archers being able to freely shoot out of the battlements here, I think they are in for a very, very difficult time. But I guess they knew that. I mean, why are they actually even heading in here? It's kind of a bit weird that they decided just to go ahead with 122, when before, when they were attacking the Reach, when the Reach was in control of this particular fief, it was around 600, so it's kind of a bit weird. Yeah, it's kind of a bit weird, so yes. I did wait, actually, by the way, because as I was heading from Lys after the 1000th defense of it, I did head on over to see what Sunspear was doing, because I saw it was under siege, and I saw that there were that many Dornish vassals in the actual offense there. So it was actually kind of weird that they're deciding to go in with so little right now, but I guess that's just how it is. But otherwise, I think we're fine. I think we're okay. I mean, obviously we outnumber them, so it's not really going to be a huge deal. But I would like to, yeah, squeeze on through here, and maybe I can, yeah, it's not going to happen, is it? Maybe? Oh, I'm actually shooting people. Yes. Excellent. I'm actually shooting people through our own units. Now, if they decide to step in front of me, that is their own fault. Because I'm actually, oh wow, we're actually getting quite a few kills here. That's kind of amusing. Okay, come on. Yes, Dornish Knights. I'm actually unsure how good the Dornish Knights actually are, but they seem to die relatively fast, I suppose. Okay, there we go. Yes, yes, come on. There's only a few more. There's only 5 more enemies, and that will be it for this particular siege defense. And then, I suppose, I will be falling out of this window. Yes! I did that on purpose. I did actually do that on purpose. Even though it didn't look like I did it on purpose, I did. Hilariously enough. But yes, I thought I would do that just because I like to see the carnage outside. I mean, just see that's where they entered over there, and the carnage of all of these arrows penetrating all of these men's bodies. They must have enjoyed that. But anyway, let us now head onward. We have 11 deaths, 10 of them being elite Targaryen longbowmen. That has to be very, very painful for us, because they don't really take that long to level up. But you know, it's one of those things where you just really don't want to... you really don't want to have to level them up again. Okay, so, yes, you're not going anywhere, friend. You're my prisoner now. Ah, a Reach vassal. I see. Okay. Alright, so with that, we are now going to be taking the rest of these. I know I said that I don't really need any more, but I'm going to take them anyway, just because. And we're going to, well, let our companions take the rest of the loot. So, let's see what actually happens here. Oh, hello there. Good news, everyone. Yes, Tadeo Paznak has left Lys and joined House Targaryen. I actually have never gotten a message like that before. Maybe once before in a mod a long time ago, but apparently they're now doing that. It's kind of weird because, look, Eleanor Flint has renounced her allegiance to the Riverlands and joined House Targaryen. So apparently a bunch of people are now joining House Targaryen, and the Reach has taken the Weeping Town from House Targaryen. I don't even know what people are doing over there, really. I am literally the only person that is taking things. Actually, that's not strictly true, actually, because they did take Haystack Hall and a various amount of other fiefs, but then they let it get taken back by Tyrosh, so yeah, that didn't really work out too well, did it? No, not particularly. Anyway, let's see what actually happens here. Don't we have someone nearby? Don't we have one of the... Yes, we do. We do have a Dornish vassal nearby, who has who has 136, which is kind of amusing in itself. We have another one of these. Yes, another one of these. Alright, well, there it is. I have spent 64 out of the 68 arrows that I have in my quiver, and as you can see, we lost another 8 elite Targaryen longbowmen. I actually don't know whether the mortality rate has a sort of modifier for how many of that particular unit you have, because they don't want you to amass a critical amount of that particular unit, because otherwise they're just going to be insanely effective. For example, Unsullied or Knights or something along those lines. Maybe then they increase the mortality rate for that. Maybe that's a little bit paranoid, but I killed 49. That's actually not bad. Oh, yes, hello there. I am going to be taking you prisoner as well. There we go. Okay, so the Iron Islands is almost very, very happy with us. The Westerlands is basically our ally. Hilariously enough. Being at 100 positive relation. I cannot believe it. Well, I suppose once we head on over to King's Landing, we are definitely going to need to change that a little bit. So, yes. Anyway, let's wait here for some time, see what's happening here. Let's zoom out somewhat and... Okay, well, there we are. The building of the prison tower in Tumbleton or Stumbleton has been completed. Well, that's nice. That is nice. Okay, so am I actually going to be heading on to another place here? Whoa, okay, so the Reach is literally just running through House Targaryen territory right now while I am here. Which I gotta say, is not particularly nice of them. No, not particularly nice at all. I'm actually kind of surprised that our vassals are allowing this, considering, as you can see here, Broadarch has now just been taken. How many Reach vassals do they have? I have no idea, but it's probably going to be around 1,000 troops there, I would assume. But Sunspear is no longer under siege. I'm just hopeful that Aegon will actually declare... yes, I'm just hoping that Aegon will actually give Sunspear to someone soon, because otherwise, if he doesn't, there's going to be no garrison here, and I will not be able to defend it forever. For example... against this. There's going to be over 800 units here, I believe. This is going to be amusing. Not? Is there? Yes. Oh, there we go. I actually was a little bit accurate, I suppose. 876 versus our 196. So, let us join the battle. If we're able to do this, then this will make the Dornish incredibly weak. And we will be able to basically do anything we desire in their territory for a short period of time. Which is actually kind of nice, but obviously that is the trade-off for losing huge amounts of our own people. As you can see, we actually have a bunch of Targaryen longbowmen outside there for some unknown reason. Don't exactly know why that is. And I attempted to jump the gap. Didn't I? Yes, I attempted to jump the gap and that's what I got. How fantastic is that? That's exactly the reason why the units really should just let me pass. Or something like that. I mean, really. Okay, well, let's have a look here. I'm going to try and get my bow out. And we're going to try and snipe a couple of these guys here. Oh, yes, nice headshot there. And can you move? Can you move? I'm gonna kick him. I'm gonna kick him. Come on. Get out of there. Okay, well, I'm going to go over here then instead. Yes. Okay, this is good. This is good. Okay, let's try and shoot as many as... Whoa, there's a huge amount of them down there. Oh, this is not good. This is very much not good. And the friend next to me is actually being shot. I'm actually unsure whether we can just stand there. Okay, well, come on. We have to try. We have to do our very best here. I have a bad feeling, though, that these fellows are going to literally send 600 or so against us in these waves, and I've got to say that that's very annoying, because now we are going to have that time where it's literally just a siege defense. So I guess with anything it would have been like that, but maybe not with the Mer Thieves, because obviously with the Mer Thieves we do have the ability to eliminate the faction itself, and then that faction would probably disperse and all of the vassals would decide, hey, you know what, this is probably not worth it, we're going to go over here and do this instead. And that might actually be a better idea. So if this indeed does get taken, we will be obviously doing something... no, we will be doing something like that. I'm going to try and take out this guy who's shooting me. Yeah, take that. Okay, so yes, we are going to try and obviously take Mer after this, their last thief. Whatever that may be, I think that's last refuge. I am being shot as well. Probably need to move away from that a little bit here. Oh, they really should let Carver to the front. Look at him, he's all the way at the back there. I'm not entirely sure why he's not at the front, but oh well. He has no blood on him whatsoever. He's not even doing his job properly. Oh well. I suppose we can't really help that. But what we can help is, yes, a couple of overhead slashes here. And we do have to jump, which is hilarious in itself. Oh, there we go, there we go. I have a clean line of attack, which is actually kind of nice. For once, a clean line of attack. Wow, that is unheard of. Usually there's someone behind me preventing me from actually dealing damage like this. But I'm very happy about that, because now we can take full advantage of the attack speed that we are currently having in our disposal, I suppose. Having at our disposal, yeah, that's it. And, oh, they actually have a Westerlands unit here. Is there a Westerlands vassal actually a part of Dawn? I don't think so. I've only seen Dornish units, and I don't think a Westerlands vassal would have defected to them. I don't think so. Okay, well, let's have a look. How many have we killed so far? Really? We've killed that many? Okay, well, that is silly. Silly amounts of units that we've killed so far, and I don't know. I think if... Ooh, there we go! Oh, wow. Look at that. We stumbled and then leveled up at the same time. Well, I suppose that is a mystical energy kind of thing that happened, because our stumble is so powerful that it just gave us enough experience to level up. And Drollo has also advanced in level as well. So maybe he also was affected by the experience. Who knows? But what I do know is that this is going to take quite some time. Alright, so yeah. We have been taken out, as you can blatantly see. And also, I've been sitting here for about 20 minutes. Yes, 20 minutes. And yeah, you're looking at the video duration right now, and you're thinking, that's a lot longer than the video itself. And I'm just like, yes, that's unfortunate, and is partially the reason why some episodes might be shorter than others, because there is this much waiting. There are this much waiting, that's what I was going to say, but no. There is this much waiting. And that's kind of bad, isn't it? It's kind of bad for a video format, so cut out all of that, and I think this might be the last wave. We seem to be okay at defending here, because most of my heavy knights have now spawned in, and they are actually defending pretty reasonably, because obviously beforehand we were just losing huge amounts of archers, and the reason for losing all the archers is because they were all at the front of my army, which is not a good thing, and I actually neglected to change that, because I should have really changed who was at the top of the army, and yeah, so that was my bad. That's the reason why we're losing so many longbowmen, I would assume. But otherwise, it's literally one of those times when you are being besieged by such a large force that every single time you think, oh, this might be the last wave, cross fingers, and every time you think that, it never quite happens, and there's always an additional wave. But I think maybe this time there might not be an additional wave, because as you can see here, there doesn't seem to be a message saying new enemies arriving. No? Am I lucky? Are we actually going to be lucky for once? Because I think I've sat through quite a few waves already, and I'm actually kind of surprised, because I think that my forces have eliminated at least 600 already. And I'm actually kind of surprised that they are still wanting to go on here. So I'm not entirely sure, but I guess we're gonna wait a little bit longer. But yeah, for the most part, as you see, the enemies are not able to penetrate our defenses, mainly because of our heavy knights and Carver. Obviously, Carver is doing a fantastic job as per usual. But it's weird. I've been watching Carver, and he seems to. I don't know whether is he bugged? Is he bugged or something? Because I don't actually see him. I mean, like, yes, okay, look, he's having problems attacking right now. But yeah, he's actually having a huge amount of problems attacking right now, hilariously enough. But funnily enough, he seems to kill, like, I don't even know, like 1 to 5 units, and then he seems to run away, and then he seems to go back in and kill 1 to 5 units, and then he runs away again. So I don't know whether that's the AI just being incredibly good with Carver, or whether he's bugged out because he doesn't seem to take any damage either. I'm actually unsure why that might be. It's definitely not because he's wearing the white armor, because when he first put on the white armor, he had been taken out quite a few times. And that's kind of surprising to me, because obviously, you know, yes, he can take damage, but obviously he wouldn't take as much damage. But maybe he just got hit on the gloves or the feet, because obviously he doesn't have any gloves or feet in regards to the white armor. The white armor only covers the torso and the head. So there may be something going on with that. Maybe I'm going to unequip it and then equip it back again and then see whether that refreshes things or something, because it seems as though he's not taking any damage whatsoever, which is kind of a bit weird. I don't actually mind that, obviously. I would like him to be as powerful as possible, but for him to be immune to damage, I don't think that's actually a thing that we should really have. So I'm going to see what I can do about, well, just fixing that in some way. I'm actually unsure. But anyway, I am going to be cutting away once again. And I'm going to be sitting here for another 50 hours while this siege goes on. Oh, yeah, I'm not even kidding. Alright, so another 10 minutes have passed as far as I'm aware. I don't actually know about that. I kind of was just relaxing here a little bit before we had to recommence things. And as... Ooh, wow, I didn't even see this. Look at this, Carver is just fighting on the outside, hilariously enough, and he's literally attempting to be speared, but they can't quite reach him by the looks of things, which is just as hilarious. But also, I was kind of exclaiming at the fact that there are huge amounts of javelins in this one area. Not entirely sure why they're... Oh, you know why they're in this... You know why they're here in this one area? Because Elias died behind this wall. Yeah, that's how much the AI selectively targets the player character, in my opinion. They look, I mean, look, there's no other enemies, I mean, allies. Oh, yes, there's no other enemies. Yes, there's no other allies around here, so you would assume that the spears are solely for Elias, which is kind of amazing and kind of a little bit frightening as well. But anyway, 22 longbowmen we lost, and not much else, because obviously the longbowmen were the main problem in the beginning there. And how many have we killed? 800. Yeah, so Carver killed 49, which is really cool. I killed 51, so Carver almost beat Elias's kill ratio, which is actually amazing. But obviously I think he's a little bit bugged, perhaps. But anyway, let's take a look here and see what's going on. Have we... We haven't defeated all of them. Well, that's amusing. But I suppose now is as good a time as any to end this episode off here. Next time we're going to be seeing if we can take some of these Dawned Vassals prisoner. And then we're going to continue our defense of Sunspear, I would assume. Once it has been awarded to someone, then we will be heading on to Last Refuge. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.